Hello everyone, today I will show you how to process cube maps for our new PBR shaders. Now what you need to do is download the modified cube map gen. This takes you to a Google Code archive where you can download the program. And once you have it, then it looks like this. And what we want to do is we want to process all these DDS files. Now these are almost all of the environment files that the game uses. Not all of them. I handpicked the ones that we want to process because there are some duplicates, some broken maps, and we don't need those, but we need the rest here. And if you want to do this, you can get the list of files from me. So what we are going to do is we are going to load a cube map, like for example this one. And now you get a preview of the cube map. And what I recommend is that you also enable the skybox and maybe turn the FOV a bit up. And now you can see that the first problem is one of the faces is misaligned. And we can fix that by saying we want the top face. This is the +y face. And then I noticed that most of the time you just have to flip against each axis, like once diagonal, horizontal, vertical, and then it lines up. And the main reason we want to process cube maps is that in the new shaders we actually use the map levels. And in the normal maps, like when they are default, you see these edges. This is bad. And we also need these maps to be a bit more blurred. And this is exactly what cube map gen can do. Now we want to change some settings. We need, for the filter, we need Gaussian. We leave the base angle as 0. And we want to have the initial filter angle as 2.4. Now these are empirical values. I just ran with what looks good, but as long as they are consistent, I processed some cube maps already, and based on these values, so the shader is expecting these, and this is why we are using them. Okay, and then we want to leave the edge fixup method as warp. This is for fixing the edges between the faces. And our output cube size is 256. And the most important setting is save the actual map chain. If you just generate map maps but don't save them, then we haven't really gained anything. Okay, and you can even, most of the time it should have already processed, but if it didn't for whatever reason, you can just click on filter cube map and then it will blur the cube map. And you can see that now in our output we have a nicely blurred cube map and our input for reference. Okay, so once we have this, we need to save it. So we will just save the cube map and just make a new folder, save it as the same name, whatever cube map you had before, and then do this for the rest of the 61. There is actually a command line interface for this, and I tried to do it with this, so the batch processing would be a bit easier, but the switching of faces by command line doesn't work for whatever reason, so we're stuck with doing it manually. The only upside is if you take a different one, all these settings stay the same. So basically you just have to load it in, filter the cube map, and then save it again. And so should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if you notice any flipped faces, most of the cube maps have a flipped top face. So definitely watch out for this. Yeah, and this is it. So I'm looking forward for your help. And yeah, thank you if you do this.